And we are live. Good morning, Crypto Warriors, and welcome back to the Gentlemen of Crypto, episode 874. Today is Tuesday, January 18th, 2022, and I'm King.
And I'm Bitcoin Zay. And we're here to bridge the gap between cryptocurrency and the community Monday through Friday at 10ish.
At 10ish, and today's top stories, we're going to be talking about President Bukele and El Salvador's stance on this new recent dip here. Coinbase, of course, has acquired crypto wallet firm BRD. That's old news, but we'll be talking about a couple of updates. Walmart cryptocurrency filings revealed plans for a coin, NFTs, and an Indonesian 22-year-old makes $1 million by selling NFTs, selfies on OpenSea. That and more. But first and foremost, Bitcoin Zay, what is going on with these crypto prices today?
Oh, yeah. So we took a huge dump with Bitcoin here at $41,544, down 2.7%. Ethereum at $3,124, down 4.4%. Binance Coin sitting at 463 is down 2.7%. Cardano at 149 is down 3.3% today. Solana at 135, not looking too hot, down 5.3%. XRP at 74 cents, down 2.8%. Terra Luna at 75.74 is down 7.8%. And rounding out our top 10 is Polkadot at 24.66, down 6.87%. And our biggest gainers for the day, this actually has switched a few times since we've been doing this. Star God up 926%, Touch Future at 548%, and Piggy Bank DAO at 419. So again, there are a lot of cryptos that are starting to be disconnected from Bitcoin. If they have just launched, or if they're GameFi, or if there's something like different type of protocol, they're still taking off while other coins are wetting the bed, it looks like. So buy the dip or wait for it to get lower. But either way, it looks like prices are stagnant at this point.
Yeah, I mean, folks, honestly, here's the thing. Like, this is a great dip. 40K. It's a good, it's a good price point, 41K. And yeah, I mean, you don't have to buy the whole 41K. We don't listen. We say here, buy Bitcoin, people. Buy $3 of Bitcoin a day. I don't care who you are out there. Buy minimum $3 of Bitcoin a day. Is that fair for everyone right here in Washington? Buy a minimum of $3.
Pretty easy.
$3. If you buy $3 of Bitcoin a day, you'll be thanking us another 3 or 4 years from now. Man, I remember that one day you said buy $3. Damn, man, I just paid my daughter's tuition, man. You, Remy, good morning. Chappie, Satoshi Slim, DM Carr, Pat Stacks, Michael Kennedy, Kadeem, Sergeant Matt, Bitcoin Madam, Fatima, Eric, Cedric, Goodness, Outlaw, Jennifer, D Tizzy, Peter. Good morning, everyone. Enter in the chat. Good morning. Welcome back. Happy Martin Luther King Day, Malcolm X Day. I celebrate them both on the same day. You're not gonna get one without the other without me. Shout out to all of them. Imagine Malcolm X had Bitcoin. Good gracious. But not only imagine. Let's not get dark early. No, shout out to, of course, the holidays yesterday. But, of course, people, what is probably going to be happening this week, if not this week, next week for sure, expect regulators come back. That's right, folks. I'm telling you, across the United States, across all federal government agencies, all that good stuff, after Martin Luther King Day is literally the first day a lot of people have went back to work since Thanksgiving. Like, trust me, even though they were in and out those 2 weeks of Christmas, nobody was working. No one was working for the federal government those 2 weeks. It was just, hey, I'm here in case a fire starts. So expect regulations to start to pour in. I think this week, it might be a slow week this week, but next week and the following week, I'm telling you all, expect to hear more things about NFTs and DeFi. I think that will be the next big news starting this year off. Remember, we heard it first. And speaking of regulators and people in power, top story breaking, President Nayib Bukele, El Salvador DGAF. If you don't know what that means, don't give a fuck. That is right. It looks like Moody's downgrades El Salvador's sovereign debt due to Bitcoin trades. But El Salvador, as the president actually tweeted this meme, he called his country El Jolador. I can't even say it. It's a Spanish word for El Jodo.
El Jolador.
Crazy, but what are your thoughts on this young president? Like, I mean, Moody's comes out, talks about the sovereign debt, and they're doing Bitcoin trades, and you literally have the president tweet, "We literally don't give a fuck." Like,
yeah,
hey, folks, he basically you can hate it all you want. This is the new school. This is what it is.
Exactly, and it's weird to see older institutions still try to flex how they've done before. Like, basically, they told Moody's S my D. And they were like, we don't care. simply because there's a lot of Bitcoin people, just like Bukele, just like people with big, large companies that are starting to get to the point of saying, hey, we don't care about your old ways. We don't care about your old credit scores. Moody's credit scores is what crashed our economy before, giving everybody AAA and AA ratings, when in reality they were closer to B's and C's, and then the whole bottom fell out. So nobody cares about Moody's ratings anymore. And Bukele, of course, being a young guy, he's a dictator of a country. He can say whatever he wants. And because El Salvador has Bitcoin bonds, they get rid of tax. They have volcano mining. They also have Bitcoin for the citizens, and you can accept it as payment. They're not worried about the future simply because that credit rating, the billions they would get in funding, they don't need it. They'll get it in Bitcoin. And Bukele is just like most people in our generation. We don't care anymore. Moody's or any of these other groups, we don't care. And I saw Peter Schiff actually comment under that. And he was like, a dictator that's laughing about his country's credit rating going bad. He's a terrible leader, this and that. And again, it's same people come out and try to criticize him, but he's done no wrong so far, except for the fact that he may take a little bit too much control. But he's a dictator. What do you expect? So it's funny to see, and it's crazier that it's on Twitter. A dictator on Twitter. You thought Trump was crazy. You got a dictator on Twitter saying we don't give a fuck.
Do something.
Like, oh yeah, the revolution is starting, but this is the fight. When people talk about the fight, this is the fight. The old institutional places trying to push back on the new startups, but it has to happen for us to change.
Yeah, and one thing I will say about this story, and of course, I don't know if it's true, but this will be the only pushback. A couple of things between Zay and I, we got a lot of news coming out in the next week, so make sure you're on the lookout. But something, make sure you're on the lookout next week on the 25th. It's going to be a show airing for us. But one of the guys on the show, we were talking about crypto, whatever, and his whole thing, he's anti-Bitcoin, anti-crypto. And Bukele brought up about El Salvador, and his thing was, hey, do you know Bukele is actually working with MS-13 with Bitcoin? That was his stance. So it's crazy to see the story. Also, you can see this coming from last December. U.S. accuses El Salvador of secret pact with MS-13 to reduce street killings. Folks, this is the next big thing the U.S. is going to try as far as when it comes to El Salvador. True or not, who knows? But hey, you accepting Bitcoin, it must be to work with the gangs and the terrorists. So that's been the new narrative. So make sure you're on the lookout for that narrative to see how it develops. Again, who knows if this is true or not? This is the real world that we live in. We're talking about billions and trillions of dollars. Maybe he did need some muscle. I don't know. I don't live down there. But I will say it's an interesting narrative that's starting to form. The first time I actually heard this narrative was last week. So to see Bukele come out and say things like, hey, we still don't give a fuck. We're doing this and that. I just can imagine that narrative will continue to intensify. You already said Peter Schiff said something. Like I said, I know an old markets guy who said something, and now the U.S. has also said something. As you said, we are in the middle of the war right now. We're in the, because it's crazy. Before he started accepting Bitcoin, was he working with MS-13 with cash?
Yeah.
Or was it just as soon as he started accepting Bitcoin, then he started working with them?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, they kept that one in their back pocket to pull out. But that's the trap part. You work with MS-13, it's like, yeah, exactly. Well, I know one thing. If he's making MS-13 rich, y'all ain't gonna touch him. So he gonna keep saying, "Don't give a fuck."
Hey, I didn't want to go there with it. And I didn't want to go there, but that's why I said, let's be realistic. That's what I meant. I'm like, even if he is, that's not our business. Like I
ain't got nothing to do with me. Y'all good.
Hey, call your private army, whatever you want to call it. Everybody got different names, all right? Some call them
exactly.
Some call them MS-13. I don't know. No. Killing is killing. All right, let me stop. Let's look at some of these comments real quick. Kadeem said that Trump coin finna moon in 2024, LOL. Hey, straight up, it probably will start to moon in 2023, 2024. Just off the thought of it. Mr. King Gamble 93, have we heard the news on Microsoft buying Activision? The metaverse is about to boom even more. Really quick, I actually want to look that up. I might have heard some rumblings, but I didn't know they actually bought it. I saw some headlines about Activision the last few days, but I got to actually Google that, because if that's real, if that's actual news, I'm about to verify. That's real news. Oh my goodness, it just happened. People, they are right. This is about to be big news. Oh, breaking story, live right now. Bring this up 53 minutes ago. People, I don't think y'all know how big this news is.
God damn.
Microsoft buys Activision Blizzard for $68.7 million. For those who are not in the know, we've been talking about gamifying games and all that. First and foremost, again, I want to hit on this topic. Let me take this off, because unfortunately I had the same type of parents. for all those parents, no offense, because to be fair, the boomers, you all really did create video games and expand on them. So I'm not gonna say it's like a boomer thing. However, by and large, it is the majority of your age community groups who have pushed back against your children, nephews, nieces, and kids of playing video games their whole life. Well, guess what? Video games are worth more than most of your industries right now. So I think that needs to stop. I'm really adamant about that. If you have a kid or a brother or a friend, actually Zay, I forgot his, what you call it, went to college with us, who's married to Camilla, I think, right? I just saw him post on Facebook. He's gonna start a gaming channel. People, we got this dude's 33, 34 years old, about to start a gaming channel on Twitch, and I'm all for it. It's not too late. If you're in your 30s right now, you're thinking about starting something on games, do it. Stop listening to everybody. Clear out the noise. When you're coming home, making $2-3 million a year on video games, watch how quick they jump back on the tip. So don't worry about that. This story says it all. Microsoft buys Activision Blizzard for $68.7 billion. Literally, a video game company is the size of an industry. $68.7 billion. That was a damn pandemic stimulus relief last year. Again, this is breaking news. Microsoft is buying the gaming company Activision Blizzard for $68.7 billion, getting access to blockbuster games like Call of Duty and Candy Crush. For those who don't know, Call of Duty, when it came out in 2020, it made over $600 million in like a couple months, people. So that's the real deal. Holyfield, the story is in the headline, but as Commodore pointed out, I need to actually scroll up to see who just pointed out. Thanks for whoever said that. Mr. King Gamble 93, thank you. As they said, the metaverse is about to boom even more. They are right. You are crazy if you don't think I've mentioned this throughout the show. Since 2020, Call of Duty is already set up to play to earn. Like they've already have put Dogecoin stuff in there, like Dogecoin little tokens and playing cards. Like they've set up Call of Duty to make it play to earn already. They just haven't made the jump yet. So to see Microsoft actually buy them, and then we already know these places are getting into the metaverse, GameFi, like so they're not going to spend $69 billion or $68.7 billion with all this digital stuff, GameFi on the precipice of what's happening next without actually exploring it. So I'm with Mr. King Gamble. This is crazy news. What are your thoughts today, and how is it going to affect crypto?
Yeah, this is crazy because, again, like you said, I don't think people understand how big Activision is. Call of Duty by itself.
This is it, people.
I mean, if they had just said, hey, we just want licensing rights to Call of Duty, I mean, that's enough right there to have, a huge metaverse. But I think this purchase is actually pretty low compared to some of the valuations we're going to see. If they bought it at 68, it's worth at least 300 million. Like,
that shit worth more than Coinbase, people.
That's what I said, 300 billion. So it's always use the rule of 5. Somebody buys something, it's usually 5 times more. And they're looking at a $300 billion industry where, again, if you can get people to play Call of Duty for hours and it's on a video game.
You know who'll be on it.
I was saying, yeah, it can't be on it. Imagine being able, let's say, for instance, you show up at a big ass warehouse and you can play Call of Duty in real life. Tell me you would not pay a monthly membership to go do that. People, I'm telling you, like, that's probably what's coming. And then they're going to have a metaverse where you have the glasses, you can shoot it in there. And then, of course, even at your home, if you got an Oculus, you could do it in there as well. You can transfer goods back and forth. I mean, it's ridiculous. So Microsoft, huge purchase there. Shout out. Somebody from Activision today is on the yacht right now with their billions. I don't know who their investors are, but this got to be a happy day. 68 billion? Oh, yeah. We going to Sizzler. Let's go.
Yeah, I mean, it's official, folks. Again, I'm going to reiterate this. If somebody's in your family playing video games, encourage them. Figure out how to monetize it. And shout out to one of my cousins, Aunt Junior, man. Hey, Aunt Junior, like, what, 13 years old? Hey, buddy bringing in like 300 plus a month on online games and all this other stuff, bro. 12. He was doing this when he was 11 or 12. He's 13 now, bringing in 300 plus a month with my younger cousins right outside Detroit. So shout out to the young generation. I'm glad my cousin was a gamer. He ain't waste no time with his kids. He's like, oh, y'all like games? Cool. Let's go ahead and make money off it. Shout out to the kids out there making money on games. That's what I'm talking about, man. I'm so excited about this.
Somebody says COD equals U.S. military. I'm telling you, when retired military and people who are from home can live out their military strategies that they do on, I promise you, you're gonna have teams of 4 showing up.
They didn't hurt me in the other room too much.
1,000 a team, 1,000 a team showing up on for tournaments. I'm telling you, it's gonna happen. Why not happen? It's like Laser Quest.
I agree. And I'm actually about to jack your idea. I'm about to look at warehouses today and see how much it costs to put some new PS5s in them and some Xboxes and get these game tournaments going. That was actually an amazing idea. I'm jacking that one today.
Well, I was gonna say, actually, I came up with that idea back in 2009. We were in college. Remember that Laser Quest place that was like way out?
Yeah.
It was like I told the dude who was running it, I was like, it'd be great if it was like a shooting game. And he was like, yeah, maybe in the future, we'll see, blah, blah. I was like, but you can do it right now if we had the graphics. But this idea is 13 years. That's why I said I don't get mad when people take ideas, because I was like, I've lost more ideas than most people have. I had that shit when I was 19 years old. So,
but I was gonna say, I fully agree with you. I can actually see, veterans being like, no, let's get our squad together and just run the game. Like, what? How much y'all paying for a game? What? We about to run these gamers about here. Like, I can see that.
Exactly.
But for those who don't know, actually, it actually is a pipeline. Some of these military games are pipelines. That's like you said, Call of Duty equals U.S. military. Someone else said, Michael Kennedy said, I remember doing BR training and basic training 20 years ago. Not even 20. I mean, back in 2015, I did some combat training. And we had a simulator. We had, the first thing you do is like an airsoft gun, basically. You're shooting at a screen or whatever, and the shots register of who you hit on the screen. It's a real simulation or whatever, but it's super video game-ish. You got them when you're in a tank. It's a tank in this room, basically. And it's supposed to be moving and everything. And it's like, what happens if you get ambushed? You popping out the tank and everybody taking positions. And it's like a VR experience for a military simulation, which they take serious as shit too, because if you don't pass that, they're definitely not putting a real gun in your hand. You're not going to train everybody else after that. So Michael Kennedy said they were doing that 20 years ago. I can tell you as of 2015, we were still doing that. And I'm telling you, it's only going to keep getting more realistic. So
that's about how long it takes. I would say that's about how long it takes. The military gets it first, and then it takes about 15, 20 years for regular people to get it. So we're right on schedule.
Yeah, that is true. That's actually very true. All right. Anyway, that's huge news. Shout out to King Gamble for letting us know about that. Some other news we want to quickly just share with you. So this is an old story. Of course, Coinbase has acquired BRD Wallet. If you forgot, that happened back in November 24th. So why am I sharing it again? I'm sharing it again. First of all, BRD Wallet, listen, the shenanigans have already started, people. I'm telling you. I'm going to see if I can bring up this email without exposing my entire inbox. But essentially, BRD Wallet just sent everyone an email last week on the 14th. And they were like, hey, if you haven't already, let me actually pull this up. This is because this was a very interesting one for me. Let me see. I want to pull it up without sharing too much of my information. There we go. All right. So here's this BRD Wallet update. And as you can see, this came on the 14th, January 14th. This message was sent. And what does it say? January 14th, buying, selling, and trading between cryptocurrencies, tokens, and fiat currencies will be disabled. Like literally the day they sent it, it was disabled. People, and for all those who always say, why do you hate Coinbase? This is a Coinbase move. That is our point. You cannot tell people the shit's disabled the same day you disable it. That's backwards, but whatever. So literally the same day they sent the email, they disable it. But they are giving you the February 15th to get your shit off the app or whatever. They said February 15th, they will fully be migrated over to Coinbase. March 4th, peer-to-peer. Look at this. This is what we're talking about, people. Coinbase. Decentralization, peer-to-peer. March 4th, peer-to-peer transactions will be disabled. We don't do that shit at Coinbase. You think you're gonna be sending people money?
You're gonna be peer-to-peer?
Yeah. What you think this is? The future? You crazy. And then again, they're telling you the BRD Wallet app will no longer be maintained or updated, blah, blah, blah. So first of all, hand clap again to BRD and their team. Again, shout out to Tyler White. You know, he was one of our crypto warriors. He started with us. He started working for that company and had that team come on. We interviewed him, so shout out to them. It was a good company, great project, and they did a good job for many years. I say all that to say, yes, when you're trying to work in a decentralized space, you're trying to do the right thing. It is incredibly difficult to have your own capital. It's incredibly difficult to have money because you're spending all your money on the project. You're not really keeping it. There's not really ways to monetize either if you're not mining data and you're not selling things and you're trying to be decentralized. It's hard. So I would say I kind of get this move, whether they needed the money, the capital immediately, or if Coinbase just gave them an offer they couldn't refuse. I would say they deserved it. Like, they've been in this space. We all know these wallets and exchanges. On average, folks, they're only lasting a couple of years anyway. Then you have to cycle to a new one. So I would say BRD in its time, that for what it was and what it did its job. However, it's time to get off it. It is time to officially, when you get an email the same day they're disabling trades and stuff, that's it, folks. And that is who Coinbase, they are who we thought they were. That's who Coinbase are. Like, I'm not mad.
Exactly.
That's who they are. So again, this just highlights the fact for everyone. Why Coinbase? Why not Coinbase? Why not Coinbase? As we always put, like, you just haven't done enough transactions on it. You haven't done enough volume to the point it will affect your business or you personally if they were to stop it. But yes, if you had a BRD wallet and you woke up January 14th and it was like, hey, you can't buy, sell, or or trade anymore, that's discomforting. But that is what it is. Shout out to them. I just want to make sure everybody knows about that. Any thoughts on that, Zay?
I just want to see if they're going to start buying more wallets. Because, you know, Coinbase could essentially, they have the money to just start buying wallets.
Ooh,
hey,
gang.
here's 50 million, here's 100 million. And then all your coins get transferred over to Coinbase, whether you like it or not. The only way you can claim this through Coinbase. That's one way to keep market share. They got the war chest, and this is like just the beginning.
Breaking news, Zay. If that happens, that will be crazy.
Hey, look out for the next wallet.
And to be fair, as dirty as that sounds, it's perfectly legal, and it'll be a bomb ass business move. I would hate it as a community member, but as a business person, woo wee, it could be.
That's why my consultant.
That's
why our consulting fee is so high.
You said what's up?
That's why our consulting fee is so high. Give people $1 million ideas on a free morning show.
Yeah, and hey folks, stop email. Listen, Zay and I talked. At first, we were going to charge you off emailing us some questions, but it's getting to the point we can't even do that. So ask us the questions live so other people can learn as well, or ask the chat. Because yes, it's not fair to for us to get free consultations just to be cool to everybody, folks. Come on, it's crazy. I'm glad you mentioned that. Just talking about that this morning. It's like, come on, don't turn us into the assholes, people. Come on, let's not be crazy. We're dealing with big companies on the background. Come on. All right. Walmart cryptocurrency filings reveal plans for a coin and NFTs. What's going on with Wally World?
Oh yeah, so good old Walmart. They finally stepped into the crypto world. We said this 4 years ago too. We said 2018 when the QR code started popping up for payments, and when they got a patent for crypto payments or Walmart coin or whatever they were doing. I think we were the only show to show people that patent back then. So we were discussing this for a while, and it looks as though they're looking to create its own crypto and collection of NFTs, filing with the U.S. Patent and Trademark Office, setting the stage for meeting its customers in the emerging metaverse. And again, we just discussed the metaverse move by Microsoft. Now you can see Walmart is moving to the metaverse. And I was joking around when I first read this news that I would much rather go to Walmart in the metaverse. Because if you've ever been to Walmart after midnight, it's a whole lot of head wraps and bathrobes walking through there. And I do not want to see that bullshit. So I would much rather shop in the Walmart metaverse, get the same savings, maybe get some interaction with some disgruntled employees because they're tired of working for $10 an hour. But when you saw Walmart's, all their lines was closed. Walmart's, all their lines are always closed. It's always 2 people working and the rest is self-checkout. You should have known this was coming. All the employees at Walmart, as soon as they saw this news, they should be looking for another job or trying to figure out another career because they're probably going to sell more goods through the metaverse than they will in person. Those in-person stores are probably going to turn into shipping centers. Your job is going to be walk around and shop.
Another
like
one
they do now. I'm telling you, that's all it's going to be. So the applications, they filed on December 30th. And Walmart, of course, moving into the metaverse. And I don't know how many times we got to tell y'all people, nobody has a choice. Every company will capitulate. They got to have some sort of plan. It used to be if you have a crypto plan, you are outsider. Now, if you don't have a crypto plan, you're an outsider. So how the times have changed. In 4 short years, here we are. So just glad to see it in real time. I think Amazon, Google, they all have their own NFT stuff or whatever, crypto metaverse, whatever they can do to avoid Bitcoin, really. But they'll have their own Bitcoin. I love it. They're going to have every Web 3.0 bridge, DeFi thing they can do. But yeah, this is huge news. And I would love to shop in the Walmart metaverse.
Yeah, that would be pretty cool. I don't like going into the regular Walmarts anymore because it's just like, I mean, if I wanted to fight, I'd join the UFC, right? Like who? No, but right, exactly. But no, I think it'll be pretty cool too. Walmart does have a lot of good stuff for the low, of course, and to be able to do it in the metaverse, I'd be more open to that. What if people avatars start finding the metaverse? That'd be freaking hilarious. You get kicked out of Walmart in the metaverse. Hey, no avatar.
Take your ass, go to Target metaverse. Take your ass down there.
Facebook
Target metaverse. Target metaverse is gonna be super cool.
I know you're gonna find this comment hilarious. Jake Fever has me crying over here. And shout out to Jake Fever. This is actually his Bitcoin shirt. We usually put the shirt links in the description, so feel free to jump on those. These are all our warrior stuff. We don't get anything back from that, so you'll just be supporting them, of course. Jake Fever said, "Dope boys need to stop being club promoters and buy PS5s and do video game tournaments to go legit now."
Yeah, why not? You're making the same money and it's free. It's legit and everything. So
Jake,
I don't see why not.
Jake, if only you knew the years 2007, 2010, you'll see what 50 Cent got a show from.
Oh yeah, and half of y'all ain't even making no money now. The real dope game is gone. Y'all breaking even and partying at the club with your rich re-up. Don't even lie. If you want to make some real money, come on to crypto. The 80s was for cocaine. The 20s, the 2020s is for crypto. Come on, over. But also too.
You talking about some gold? You talking about some spin on?
I sold a little something back in my day, and when you meet a lot of them, they just breaking even, bro. They just breaking even.
Yeah,
but also too with Jake Fever, I want to shout him out for this this design he sent us. Did you see this? The Hennessy Bitcoin bottle. Oh yeah, this needs to be brought to Bitcoin 2022, April 6th through 9th. So Jake Fever, bring these down. I will display these at every event that we have. Any meetups, we definitely gonna have the Bitcoin Henny bottle. So shout out to you, yeah, for that. That design is dope. Yeah, Jake Fever is out here doing his thing. So yeah, make sure you check him out. Of course, just like all of our other warriors.
Damn. All right, you're right. Between Sergeant Crypto, Crypto Chief, and myself, Sergeant Crypto said, a bunch of Marines that play Call of Duty. Crypto Chief said, I'm retired military and love people. When I was, for those who know, I was in Buzz. I didn't finish. When I was in Buzz, bro, like between the SEAL candidates and the actual Navy SEALs, like I know a ton of Navy SEALs who come back from deployment and still play Call of Duty. I know Navy SEALs who play Call of Duty while they deploy. And I'm just like, oh, you can't get enough of this shit, huh? They for real in the afternoon, whatever at night. They come back in the morning, wake up like, I'm having the game for 30 minutes. I'm like, bro, you can't get enough of this, huh? Like, you about to go do it. But yeah, so literally you got 3 veterans right now. Everybody's like, yeah, everybody's playing Call of Duty. So that's what it is. Michael Kennedy said, I tried to do some video game streaming, but I just couldn't afford the time without making actual money. So I will say this, like all streaming and channels, yeah, it's going to take at least, I would say 3 months of consistent streaming, at least 3 months of consistent streaming to get people to follow you. Only way to kind of cut that shorter is if you're really good at the game where you're taking W's all the time, you're teaching people how to win, or if you just have some type of clips where your clips are just insane. People like watching clips, whatever. But hell, I remember, I set the video game down for some years until like, a few years. I mean, you was a person who bought the game when you was coming out here. You was like, shit, it's boring out here, bro.
I bought the game and ain't even played the shit.
Right. But no, I was gonna say, I remember when I set the game down, I used to watch video games on YouTube all the time because I have time. Even now, when I don't have time to play new video games I'm interested in, I'll go to YouTube, watch 10 or 15, 20 minutes. I'm like, all right, I feel good. I feel like I played a game now. Like I've experienced that game. So people, I mean, it is what they got me watching YouTube video games. Like it is what it is. All right. Let's see. Yimmy O, thank you for the tip. What's your thoughts on Post X? My cousin contacted me asking me about the project. I told him red flag from my initial look at it. It's a Richard Hart project, but wanted to hear your guys' thoughts. So
save your friend.
You said save him?
Save your cousin.
For me, I haven't done enough due diligence. I would say I didn't invest in it just off the because you got to sacrifice stuff, and this is like, look, what's the rush, folks? Here's the thing with every crypto project: there is no FOMO. Like we have to stop with the FOMO. I would say that for sure. Like if it's a FOMO thing, then why rush? For every project right now, we're so early. There's 2 pumps you're gonna get. There's going to be that initial first pump where this is a brand new project. No one knows about it. People find out, here's the 20X pump, right? Every project is going to have a Ripple 0.008 cent, all of a sudden $3 or $1, whatever. Cardano, nothing, $1. There will be that first pump where it's like a 20X. After that, there will be a secondary pump that comes later, which would be like maybe, let's say a 5 to 10X, right? Which is still a really good pump. Those are the ones where now it's established itself, is in the mainstream a little bit. People know about it. So you have those first 2 pumps. The first one that everybody's trying to make right now, Post X, is at 20 times. It's like, so what if you miss it? I'd rather miss that 20 times pump on Post X and come back later and get the 5 times 10 pump, because there will be another pump. Trust me, if it's a good project, there will be a secondary pump, because there will be people like myself who are going to sit on the sidelines and say, I don't want the first thing that happens. Maybe I'll wait and see. So those are my thoughts. It's a little too risky for me. And yeah, looking at the project when it comes to how they're promoting it, also, I did see how much money was transferred into it. It looks like some of the money out of the Origin wallet from the Hex project actually went toward that too. So something to keep in mind. That was
yeah, don't tell your cousin
where I'm from, we call that wash trading. Khalifa Wright, thank you for the tip. Do you think the government will try to heavily regulate Monero? If you buy on a KYC exchange and send it to your day wallet, could they start blacklisting your wallet, or worse, blacklist your name? I say red list. I don't like blacklist. All right. So the government's already tried to regulate Monero. If you remember, about 2 or 3 years ago, they offered, I believe it was like a $300,000 bounty or something, bug bounty to say whoever could crack Monero gets, let's say, 300K. We laughed at the time because it's like, and even now, because it's like, whoever can hack Monero is going to keep the money. Like, no one's going to give you billions of dollars for 300K, and they do. Like, I don't like those.
So what? To be fair, it was 600K.
Oh, it's okay.
But even still, if I knew how to crack Monero's code, I'm going straight to Monero's developers and get 10 million. Like,
you know what I mean? Like
just give me 10 million and I give you all the exploits and a quick email. Just that it would be a quick exchange. Nobody would know about it. It wouldn't be news. It would just be that. Unless
you're trying to go for political power or pardon. Like, yeah, if you're trying to get hey, free Big Meech, then yeah, let's go ahead and give them that 600. But if not, but also, yeah, if you buy it on a KYC exchange and send it to day wallet. So right now, I feel like unless you're doing something illegal and they have a reason to really follow your stuff, it's too many people already doing that. But if you are worried, buy it on a KYC exchange, wherever. For you can swap into it. Again, you can swap into it on different platforms. But if you end up buying it from an exchange, swap it to one wallet and then just swap it to another wallet. Like, it's Monero, so you can put it in one wallet. Let's say you put it on a different hot wallet and then you swap it to your wallet after that. And then you could fuse it by then, or you can use a coin mixer. So there are other ways to go around it. Sergeant Crypto, thank you for the tip. What are we charging for consulting now? That the prices went up? Well, we consult with companies, so you can hit us up, Sergeant Crypto. You really want to know. Let's see.
Actually, at this point, we consult cities and countries. Well, so
that is true. We actually are consulting cities now. So you all put Sergeant Crypto, add a 0 at the end of your tip, and there you go. That's about what it is an hour. So yeah, it's very unfair for those that keep asking us quick. Hey, I got this quick ideal I want to run by you. It's like, come on, folks, don't turn us ass.
I got 1,000 quick ideas in my email right now.
I'll say Zay say live. He got a bunch of his own ideas.
Yeah, exactly. That's what it sounds like. Man, I can't even work on my own shit. I gotta look at review projects. Like, bro, just do it, and then if I see you in person, we'll talk more. But yeah, online, I can't keep up, bro.
Yeah, I mean, just keeping it fair. Sergeant Crypto, thank you for another tip. They offered 600K and then they caught Fluffy Pony. That's true, and we haven't heard anything about that capture. It might already be exploited. Just saying. Ooh, hope not, but it's a possibility. They did catch Fluffy Pony. I know he was going through it, but we will see for sure. All right. Last but not least, a good news story we want to end this on. An Indonesian 22-year-old makes $1 million by selling NFT selfies on OpenSea. Hey. What is going on with this 22-year-old making tons of money on selling NFT selfies? This is crazy. NFT selfies?
Hey man, like I said, this is the game right here where you see headlines like this and everybody's like, well, I can do it. But you do have to have sort of a strategy. Ghazali spent 5 years clicking selfies in front of his computer. 5 years. How many of you have 5 years of dedication of taking selfies just with no recourse, just doing it? And he converted them into NFTs and uploaded in December 2021. He's a college student and he sold these selfies on the OpenSea marketplace. He converted and sold nearly 1,000 selfie images in NFTs. And between the ages of 18 and 22, it was basically his journey to graduation. And all of them with him right in front of his computer. If you look at the pictures, it's just a picture of him right in front of the computer.
Oh, I love
just staring at it.
I love it.
Yeah. And even to add to it, such a good guy. He says, you can do anything like flipping or whatever, but please don't abuse my photos. Because my parents will be mad at me. So he's like, I believe in you guys, so please take care of my photos. And again, like I said, he's a college kid, just basically putting out these photos of himself, made some money off of it. And that's why I keep telling people, I say, when you talk about an NFT strategy, you can make $1 million off selfies, or you could have some super complicated art project that you put out and only make $100. Like, it's just how the market goes. And I think he sort of picked up as being famous simply because of his 5-year run. Like, dedication will get you far. There are people who suck at what they do, but they stick with it for a long time. And once people see that dedication, they're willing to throw some money away.
Kramer.
And Kramer. Yeah. So again, like I said, if you are a person who just wants to put your money into an NFT and sell for later, this news is good for you because now you can probably resell higher. So everybody probably made profit off of that. Shout out to this college student.
Shout out. There we go. And also shout out, I can't remember her name. There was a girl out of Puerto Rico, 15 years old. She made $1 million in like 8 hours by selling NFTs as well. So it's crazy, folks, and it's officially here. Let's see. Other than that, I saw something about Irene Dow earlier. Yeah, we didn't mention it. Did you see the Irene Dow thing?
I did not know.
Some new DAO launched on I forgot what network or platform, whatever. Yeah, folks, this is a new one that always comes. But yeah, it's backed by a bunch of big VCs and all that stuff. Yeah, we'll look more into it. Reno Gamble, there you go. Reno Gamble said, if you want that discounted consulting by the masterclass, there you go, people. I will say that for the masterclass students, you can ask them whenever they email me, they get a direct response fairly quickly. So that might be one way if you want to do the workaround for sure. Let's see what else we got. Any last minute thoughts? I know Bitcoin Zay got to run to the conference. Any last minute thoughts, Zay?
Nothing for me. North American Bitcoin Conference. If you're in Miami, holla at me. I'll be out there today and tomorrow.
There you go. North American Bitcoin Conference. Check it out. Other than that, as always, we're always promoting the masterclass. Super proud of that. And expect a kind of slow news week. As we said, Martin Luther King Day just ended. Regulators are coming back into the office. So I won't really expect news until probably later this week. If not next week, we'll start getting the BS coming down from the government about what we need to do, even though we haven't voted. Other than that, make sure you smash that like and share. We'll see you all tomorrow with some more crypto news. Cheers.